It is evident I do better when I feel like the world against me and think I should never win.
Coming up next, the Knicks taking on the 76ers. For the New York Knicks, what could be more satisfying than this winning 9 out of the last 10 games? And another chance to show what they're fully capable of right here and now. Sixers, Knicks, coming right up. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball So the New York starting five. Achua is out there with Hart. Then there's Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2-guard. And for Philadelphia, we've got Tyrese Maxey. George is out there with Embiid. Then it's the Machine. And it's Grimes in at the 3 slot. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting. There's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
Now here's Brunson. Here's Towns. And Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia with the ball. Here's the Machine. The pass to George. The Knicks pull it in. Now Hart. Here's Achua. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Knicks.
And the first one drops.
Precious Achua taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Achua. And here are the 76ers now. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
They played pretty solid basketball, but a few miscues is all it takes to turn a win into a loss, especially against a good team.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
Here's Grimes after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Grimes with the bucket.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Pass to Achua. And here's Towns, guarded by Embiid. Bridges outside. 6 on the shot clock. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And the dunk by Embiid.
Get out of that man's way. Embiid throwing down that power finish.
Now here's Hart. Defense is right there. On the wing, Bridges. Bridges missing again.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's the Machine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City. And that one's good. Maxey.
So tenacious. Maxey finds a way through.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
Here's George. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Here's the machine, defended by Bridges. 4 on the clock. Here's Embiid. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Continuing to impress as a playmaker. George's ability to facilitate an offense is one of his many strengths.
Now, here's Bridges. His last outing, 16 points for him. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
Now, here's Bridges after the miss from the machine. And it's Grimes with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. Hits it from three-point range.
Nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Hart the pass to Towns. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
For the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Precious Achiuwa. Miles McBride comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, a big story this summer was Jalen Brunson signing a team-friendly extension, leaving an unprecedented amount of money on the table, but providing the Knicks with the opportunity to lock in this tight-knit core and contend in the East at the highest levels for years to come.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. Shams, thank you very much for the report.
I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
Now here's Towns. 20 points for him last game against Detroit. Here's McCain. Payne covering. A nice shot by McCain.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And stolen by Drummond. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at New York, they're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
And right now for Philadelphia, they've used the doubters as fuel for this season's strong showing. Night after night, each guy plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
Now here's Payne. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Detroit. Here's the machine. Finished off the break. The machine's got 5 points so far.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Robinson. And here is Hart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
To the middle. The machine. That's good. And it's 7 points for the machine.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Payne. Nothing on the board. McBride passes to Robinson. And a dunk by Robinson.
Assisted.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Passes it to the machine. 59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Lays it up off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the pass to Robinson. Left side, Towns. Hart trying to get open, and it's Towns missing.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Payne can't hit. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Drummond. Here's the machine. Payne covering the machine. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Philadelphia, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Both free throws good from the machine. Knicks trail by 14. Outside, Towns. With 1 on the clock, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Mitchell Robinson out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Kolek in at the shooting guard position. Here's Kolek. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Brunson against Embiid. Brunson no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The machine in the last game against Oklahoma City was all business. He scored 16 points. He also was a factor on the glass, setting up his teammates a good amount of times as well. It was a complete game from him in every sense of the word. We'll see what he has in store tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude
76ers
tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Philadelphia on D. 17-point lead, their biggest. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Every year he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding, and his awareness of when to go for the block.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes...
Substitution.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Here's Kolek, still without a basket. No good, shot missing. Great D that time from Oubre.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
That's his second.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Paul George.
At the line for
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Both free throws good from the Machine.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Here's Kolek, right now averaging about 5 points a game. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to the Machine. And he gets the bucket.
22.
The Machine's got 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Hard against Edwards. The kick out to Towns. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 11 points in the game.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
The Machine passes to Drummond. Over in the corner, Edwards. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Shot clock at 6. The dish to Drummond. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Shoots it up. Kept alive. And it's Drummond with the jam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from the Machine.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
They've got Embiid. The Machine is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the small forward position. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Bridges misses. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. Hart against Maxey. Back to Hart. In the corner, it's Bridges. And the rejection by Embiid.
Love to see Embiid swatting down shots, taking advantage of his size and frame.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
And Hart drops them both. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. The Machine, that's good. 19 points for the Machine.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Brunson, here we go. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
76ers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. To the paint, here's the Machine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Towns. 76ers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That's good from the Machine.
Number 22. 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And for the Knicks, they're shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Down low, here's Bridges. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his third assist on the night. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Getting some airtime. Okay, Bridges, we see you.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. To the inside. The Machine. That's good. And now it's up to 25 points for the Machine.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Bridges. Passes it to Achua. Now here's Towns. Guarded by Embiid. 6 to shoot. Towns kicks to Achua. Bridges inside the three-point line. And the Knicks good for 2.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Now the pass to Grimes. Some solid defense from Hart.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Out to the wing. Achua, the pass to Hart. The second chance effort. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight, and George kicks to Maxey. No good on that one. Brunson with some nice D. For New York, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Knocked away. And now Philadelphia on the break. The big junk at the end of the break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bridges outside. And the 3 off target.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. Right wing. Achua with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And now Maxey pushing it up, and no one back there to stop him. And an important part of every team's game, the look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Maxey passes to George. Pass to the Machine. He dishes it to Embiid. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Bridges kicks to Brunson. At the top of the key, Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the
Dishes to
third.
Bridges.
2 minutes.
It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Here's Grimes. 10 points for him. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Josh Hart. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard.
Substitution on the court.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Bridges passes to Brunson. Robinson up top. New York moving it around. Sinks the three-pointer.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
And New York looking at who they've got. Mikal Bridges out there with Achua. Then there's Miles McBride. Then it's Robinson, and it's Brunson in at the point. They recover it. Drummond finds Oubre. Shot clock at 5. And at last, they get one to fall.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Pass to McBride. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
Robinson kicks to Brunson. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
Pass to the machine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
At the line for 2, number 22.
Both free throws good from the machine. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Brunson the pass to Tucker. Right side Robinson. Back to Tucker. It's Drummond with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's the machine. He kicks to Drummond. Robinson with the block. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. The machine passes to Drummond. Oubre on the wing. 5 to shoot. Lowry against Brunson. Pass to Dadier. Back to Brunson. Nails the baby hook. Brunson's got 25 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Inside. Here's the machine. That ball's nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 31 points for the machine.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
Now here's Brunson. Lobbed up there for Robinson.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. 76ers have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. There's the pass to Drummond. Here's the machine. And he uses the glass on the way. The machine's got 16 points here in the second half.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Pass to Tucker. Back to Brunson. Pass to Kolek for three. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Brunson against Lowry.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
Poked away. Here's Dadier. Edwards defending. Dadier's shot is off. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. To the middle. Here's the machine. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He is pouring it in this quarter. Maybe double team him shoot at this point in time. Triple team the dude.
Here's Dadier. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. RJ, you had a chance to ref a Summer League game this past year, so you get a little bit of a feel for what these guys go through.
Being a referee is by far the hardest job in professional sports. To try and keep up with the amount of plays, the amount of possessions, I do not envy their job.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Grimes is checked in. And then for New York, Hart, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the 76ers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the machine.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
And here are the Knicks. 24 seconds left in the fourth. Passes it to Robinson. Another shot. He lays it in.
Mitchell Robinson.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Here's the machine. And it's off from three-point range. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports.